Hi, how's it going? My name is Ali Ahmed. I'll be running for SA Treasurer. I know, first of all, I look like crap, but this is what I usually wear. I'll start off with that. I'm running independently. I've been with SA for 3 years now. I was an assembly member my freshman year. I've been in the Senate for 2 years. I was actually Senate chair over summer. Um, and one thing that I feel like I am really good at is being a representative of the students. We've had a lot of problems and issues in the SA recently, and every time or everything that I've said, it has always turned out to be that I've been on the side that the spectrum writes about how the essays are responsible with stuff, or what the students actually want in terms of not high tuitions, or in the recent case with the amendments, not to pass them in one Senate meeting. That's all I asked for. So I feel like I do represent the students really well. Obviously, I won't be dressed like this when I'm in front of the students, but right now I feel like I want to make a message, and that is that I am a regular student and I am a representative of the students, and that's why I'm dressed like this. Um, I want to run for SA Treasurer simply because I've been with SA for so long, and there's so many things that need to be changed. One of the biggest things is that there's so much subjectivity within the SA when it comes to electing people in the office, especially when it comes to like finance and being with the finance committee and working with clubs on their budgets, which is the biggest thing probably that SA treasurer will ever do aside from managing the budget that we have. And I feel like it's just way too subjective. The treasurer sits there, the senators sit there. There's This year was the first time I think Sid actually went ahead and said, okay, there's going to be a form to fill out if you want to be on the finance committee. The years before that, that's never happened. It's been the treasurer just come to Sid and be like, I like you, I like you, I like you, and that's it. Which is not right if there's a body that controls so much of the students' budget and the clubs and what they do. And that's something I want to change. I want to make it more objective. I want to have objective standards to be choosing people with. And I want to make it more objective when it comes to club budgets. If clubs don't comply, we immediately cut them with like however money we see fit. If there's a club with 1,000 and they fail to fill their 22222 requirements, by even just one, we suddenly cut them this huge chunk or whatever we see fit. There is no actual standard or rule that we use, and that's one of the things I want to change. Is I want to have like rules that we can use or standards that we have to be able to judge these things by, and I feel that would make SA a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
First question for you. Why are you running independent?
Long story. I was actually gonna be running for president, and then I think a month before, my treasurer dropped out, then my vice president dropped out, and then I was forced to go with someone else, and then last second they dropped out, so I was left standing independent. But I don't mind. I always, from the very beginning, I was always here for SA. I was never in it for myself. I've always tried to be a voice, and even in the end, when I'm by myself, I feel like I want to make a difference in whatever way I can, and if that just means speaking out, I'll speak out and do what I can.
Next question. Ben.
What previous experience do you have managing money?
I've done a lot of volunteer work with there's a volunteer organization, a 501c organization down in the city of Buffalo that I work with. I've helped manage their finances. I think the biggest thing in terms of SA is actually being Senate chair over summer. I sat down with, and this is way out of the scope of what I actually needed to do as a Senate chair, which was practically just show up and vote yes on everything. But that's not the type of person I am. I'm one of the few people who will actually read what's going on and break it down and see what's going on. So over summer, I actually sat down with, unfortunately, I think Sid's mom, the treasurer, grandmother, she passed away, so he wasn't able to come to a few of the EPC meetings that we had. So I'd actually sit down with Nick Johns and Vice President, who unfortunately both are no longer in their positions, another take on how weird SA is. But I sat down with them and we went through the entire budgets, the lines, and where the money is going, how we were transferring money, moving them around. And the biggest thing is managing the money, and I feel like I could do that. I know what's going on, I know how everything works and where it goes, and it's something I have experience with, so I feel like I can do it.
In your personal life, what's the best financial decision you've ever made?
I take care of the finances for my family. I do a lot of the financial management in my house as well. So this is not something I just feel like doing. This is something I've been doing my entire life, and I feel like I can do this for SA as well.
What was the single best move you ever made in that capacity?
Single best move in terms of,
Financially sage, what was the best move?
I mean, saving money where I can and then using it for things we actually need. And I feel like that's a big thing with SA too. We waste a lot of money on stuff we don't need. And that's something I feel like I could help SA with, save money in places where we need to.
Next question.
Yes.
Lisa.
If Erin is elected, she said, and it's on her platform, that she wants to cut a lot of jobs
Mhm.
in SA, so how would you respond to that? How would
I sort of agree. During the Travis Nemmer administration last year, he expanded the positions that were in SA, and or I think it was a year before that, mind me. But it put us under. We had a lot of debt, and that very year, we had to cut a lot of student clubs budgets, and it sucked because there were like 10 clubs maybe that either kept the same or went up in their club budgets, and almost everyone else got cut. And that's that sucks. It all stems from just people having jobs that they don't really need. I like what Sam did this year in terms of making it an hourly rate that makes people want to come in, do their job better. But I do agree with her that there are some positions that need to be cleared up just because we need better efficiency in SA.
Anthony.
Yeah, so you've talked a lot about setting rules and standards for how you would cut budgets. You want to do it so subjectively. Other changes that you wanted to make. Do you have any concrete proposals?
I have I have ideas that I want to work with. Concrete as in I have something straight up in my hand to give to people. No, but there is. I've been thinking a lot about this, especially because I was trying to run for president. There are a lot of amendments that I have made, both for finance and regular, that I'd wish to talk to whoever is in office with the e-board with, and those things I do have kind of set.
Could you give a couple examples?
Well, one of the things is the form. I want to make it more objective. I want to have rules and standards with that, and I have some of them written up. But I wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head. That's something I did like 3-4 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Final question. Brian.
Nick Johns and Sid tried to run a website to bring transparency to the funds of SA. Do you have any plans to allow students to be able to see what you and your office decisions are being made about the money? And I mean, It's a very large budget. Every student gives their mandatory student activity fee.
Yeah. We already have that website up. The problem is it doesn't function or barely ever functions properly. We have the ledger, which everyone can see is open to everyone that's on the UB website or the SA website, and through that you can see all the transactions at every club, everything that SA does, all the clubs do. It's all there, literally from buying pizza and soda to getting speakers. You see how much money each club has. It's already there. I just don't think people know about it.
So what could you do to increase that kind of awareness or make the site more accessible to students?
I think accessibility, it's already there because it's on the SA website. It's right there for you to go on to right away. I think the biggest thing is people don't know it's there, and that would be just to have awareness that everyone can see their ledgers. I know most people in clubs who are in executive positions know that's there because that's what they use, and that's part of what they have to fill out and show and everything to SA. But I think the biggest thing would be just to let clubs know that, or tell their members, or let people know that you can see what SA is doing with their money.
Okay. Thanks, Ali.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.